Before you go to this last stage, make sure you have grinded just a little bit and got the Kiraga spell from Aerith and Hollow Bastion's library like I asked you. Whenever you think you're ready to head for the final battle, just go to Hollow Bastion and steer your way into the last area on the map. The end of the world isn't hard or even tricky to get around. It's the complete opposite of Hollow Bastion, which was this really big mazy-like castle. This is almost as straightforward as a Kingdom Hearts 2 world. It's pretty linear. The first area does have invisible walls, but each island is pointing to the path to the next, so it's relatively easy to navigate. When you open a chest or just randomly get into battles that will sometimes occur, most of these are easy if you leveled up and be prepared. There will be a few behemoths around here. Anyways, if you manage to beat the Hades Cup, most of the monsters around here are going to be cinch. The next area is the only 3D platforming area in the final level. It has a few chests, but no monsters. The exit's on the bottom, so when you're ready to complete it, just fall to the bottom and you'll get past here relatively easier. The next area has you going through portals to the different worlds and engaging in short fights for some treasures. There's some good synth items, so don't miss them. And the last one, though, you will be in Hollow Bastion. Just go and look at the control panel and then fight off Heartless that appear and then leave. Leave the area and there will now be a hole in the floor. Jump down to fight a real boss. Term something or another. He's the guy from Fantasia. The guy is really easy. He's a lot like Ursula, but he won't be as frustrating. And the music, which I do believe is called Night on Bold Mountain, is cool enough. Get it close enough and whack his head, but watch out for the lasers he spits out. And yes, there is some lightning too, but it really shouldn't hurt you like it did with Ursula if you prepared and leveled up. He sometimes will smack you away so he can nail you with some long distance magic, but get near again and just keep whacking him before he's able to release his, big moves. He's usually not too hard, especially if you have Kiraga. Afterwards, go down the holy left, and I love this area. Just the detail that we see as you go through these destroyed worlds are just getting mashed together into one big mess. Just walk through it until you get into a fight with the behemoth. Beat him like all the rest of the things, and he should go down like cakewalk just like the rest of them. The next battle will start a battle against a lot of Heartless. You remember those last few battles in the Hades Cup? Yeah, repeat of those on steroids. Good news is you can now use your pixie power this time, so summon Tinkerbell to back you up while you take them all down. When they're all dead, the emblem door will open up, save your progress, and prepare yourself to fight Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Okay, when you go through the door, you will see that you're back on Destiny Island. Head to the secret cave in order to trigger a scene. Afterwards, you will see Riku standing by the shore. Go and try to talk to him to begin the fight with Ansem. The first fight is easy for the most part. Summon Tinkerbell at the beginning and watch out for those Destructo Disc type things that he fires, and then just get in close and hit him. The only thing you have to be wary of is his Guardian. If he hits you with it, he can possess you. What does that mean? It means your attack option on the menu can sometimes say freeze, and when that happens, the Guardian will catch you and allow Ansem in to get a free hit. All things considered, he's not too hard. After he is defeated, he will retreat and tear up your island some more. You will be able to equip more potions and use a cottage now, and it's not a bad idea to do so, because it's non-stop boss battles from here on out when you follow him to the center of the island. Donald and Goofy will get separated, and you will have to face another dark side. It's been about 20 hours since we fought something like this, and he's still the same. His stats are a lot higher, but then so should yours. Smack his hands and watch out for the Heartless he spawns. He should be done in under a minute. Oh, look who's finally come back to fight us now. Your second fight against this guy is a lot harder. No Donald, no Goofy, and most importantly of all, no Tinkerbell. He's still easier than Riku, however. His attacks are a bit different. Rather than disc, he will fire out shockwaves on the ground. Also, he can dash around. Try to dodge him the best you can. If you're feeling bold, you can try to hit him when he charges at you, and create an opening as well as gain some EXP. Not that it matters because this is the final boss. When he gets weak, he does his ultimate attack. When you hear him blather about his power has returned, lock onto him and follow him into the middle of the room. For the next part, just walk around him in a circle while he hurls insults. When you hear him say the final darkness is now, try to high jump out of the way to avoid the blast.
Strength returns. What do you hope to accomplish? Do not deny your fear. The final darkness is now.
The guy is hard, and don't be afraid to waste an elixir on him. When he's dead, the screen will fade black. You know what this means? We won! We beat the game! It's over! Oh, holy hell. Yeah, he transforms into a mighty ship, and I know they hadn't written Birth by Sleep, but knowing what we know of this character, I find it kind of fitting that if you look at the next boss that he's actually controlling Ansem like a puppet instead of the other way around. Anyways, the next part is probably the hardest fight in the final boss in the game. You see, he manages to summon these bats, and although they drop health when you kill them, and they fire out really big laser beams, it's my suggestion that you do your best to ignore him and just concentrate on him whenever you see him. Call for the bats, just run and fly around in circles, and then come back and knock him around. His only other attack really is to swing around that gigantic sword of his. After he's done, he will go to sleep in his little cradle, and Sora will be dragged into a portal to fight some Shadow Heartless. Nothing too big here. After that is done, you will be again fighting what it looks like little turrets that pop up around this kind of cage-like section. Finish them off and enter another portal. This time you will get Goofy back. Destroy the little balloon things. Again, nothing around here should be hard if you have leveled up and done what you're supposed to. And dying won't send you too far back. You don't ever have to go back to the beginning if you die on any of his forms, so don't stress out too much about it. Anyways, after you get Goofy back, you will notice the head on the bow of his ship is starting to move. Go down there and pummel that head. It fires off lightning and it can snap at you. But for the most part, it's just one of those things. Just keep yourself cured and keep your magic up. No biggie. Fly in, and now you will have all three of your party members back, but you will be fighting in the dark a whole bunch of those shadow swordsmen that are a really big pain when you can see straight. This is a good time to call upon Tinkerbell to cure your wounds, as well as give you a little backup as you manage to knock these things around. Once they're all dead and Tinkerbell has healed you and your party up, dispel Tinkerbell and then summon Bambi for some magic points refillment. And then dispel him as you destroy that thing that's kind of flying there. The next fight will have you fighting against the core of the ship. What you want to do is you want to fly in there and then summon Mushu. This is the fastest way. And then have Mushu lock onto the core while you just hold down the triangle button and try to dodge the shots it fires at you at the best you can. Usually he'll go down in like 30 seconds flat. Then Ansem will pop back out again and he will be ready to fight you and your entire group. Instead of charging right in at him, go land and summon Tinkerbell because you might need her. He's got pretty much the same moveset as last time, except he's replaced the bats with something called the Ultima spell, I do believe. Basically, it's something that'll suck you up inside it and then blow up, causing major damage. But it's not too hard to avoid. Usually, he leaves himself sitting like a sitting duck when he does it too, because he will put his arms up and he won't be able to defend himself, allowing you to whack him. That said, you do want to avoid the pull, so if you ever notice that you're getting sucked away from him, hold down the square button to fly faster at him. Donald and Goofy, since they're idiots, usually do get sucked up, and when that happens, kablooey, and they get major damage, but Yeah, we should be used to Donald and Goofy's idiocy. Just keep up the pressure on him, and eventually his whole ship will explode, and you will finally end the game after a few short scenes. If you want to, you can wait until after the credits to get a little quick stinger at the end of the game, and there's even some hidden trailers to unlock if you manage to do some of the game's side quests. This is Tommy the Game Master, thanking you for listening to this video guide. I do have some other videos to post on this. I don't know when I'll get them up, but I do want to post videos on things like where you can get some rare synth items and some of the extra bosses, but I'm not making any promises when and if they come out. I'll see you guys later.